Major League Soccer Toronto vs. New England Revolution prediction, team news, lineups preview. For the second time this year, Toronto and the New England Revolution will clash in the MLS regular season. This time at BMO Field on Saturday. TFC are still holding on to the final playoff spot in the Eastern Conference despite suffering a 3-2 defeat to Charlotte FC last weekend, while the Revs remain bottom of the conference following a 2-0 loss at New York City FC. Match preview. We saw a much more resilient Toronto side in Charlotte last week, but it was not enough, as some sloppy defending proved to be their undoing. That has been a recurring theme for this team in recent outings, with the Reds conceding a combined 10 goals in their last 3 domestic affairs after giving up just 1 through their opening 5 fixtures. It is safe to say the Reds are going through their first real slump in the John Herdman era, with Toronto currently on a 3-match winless run after claiming at least a point in 4 of their opening 5 league games. With a victory on Saturday, TFC will already match their total number of wins from the previous regular season 4. While 2 of their triumphs this year have occurred at BMO Field. Toronto have a 100% record this season when leading at the half, something which has not happened to them since a 2-0 triumph over Atlanta United last month. Their 1-0 victory over New England earlier in the campaign ended the Reds' 5-match winless run against them in this competition. The joy of winning his first match as Revs manager was short-lived for Caleb Porter, whose side were handily knocked out of the CONCACAF Champions Cup (CCC) last week 9-2 on aggregate against Club America and followed that up with a defeat to the Pigeons days later. That extended their winless run away from home in MLS to 15 consecutive matches dating back to the previous campaign, with this team losing 6 successive league fixtures outside of Greater Boston. 2 of their next 3 domestic contests take place away from home, with the Revs in danger of losing 4 straight road matches in the same season for the first time since 2017, when they suffered 8 successive defeats. The Revs have not lost an MLS game in the regular season when scoring the opening goal since September 2022 2-1 versus the New York Red Bulls, though they have only done that once in 2024, defeating Charlotte 1-0 earlier this month. Saturday will mark their first visit to Canada this season, with New England losing 2 of their last 3 regular season affairs played in the Great White North. That said, they won their previous encounter at BMO Field last year 2-1, while they have at least a point in 5 of their last 6 meetings with TFC. Team news. Kevin Long will not be available for Toronto this weekend after receiving a second caution deep into stoppage time in their defeat to Charlotte. Lorenzo Insigne sat out with a hamstring strain and Richie Laryea continues to recover from hamstring surgery. Tyrese Spicer missed the Reds' previous encounter with a sore foot. Jordan Peruzza was sidelined with a sore ankle. Shane O'Neill was unavailable because of a thigh problem and Brandon Servania is out after rupturing his ACL. A second-half brace from Prince Owusu was ultimately not enough to earn the Reds a point last week, though the German moved above Insigne for the team lead in goals this season, netting his 2nd and 3rd of the MLS campaign. Last Saturday, the Revolution were once again missing Peyton Miller because of a foot injury, along with Brandon Bai and Dylan Barrero, who are both recovering from torn ACLs sustained last season. Jonathan Mensah did not feature in the defeat versus NYCFC, but the Ghanaian defender could be back soon from a hamstring injury. Dave Romney was inserted in place of Mensah last weekend. Andrew Farrell made his first appearance since March 23 and Mark-Anthony Kaye was an unused substitute for the second time in the Revs' last 3 MLS encounters. Toronto possible starting lineup: Johnson, Rosted, Mabika, Gomes, Coelho, Flores, Longstaff, Marshall Ruddy, Osorio, Bernardeschi, Owusu. New England Revolution possible starting lineup: Ravas, Lima, Kessler, Romney, Jones, Polster, Harkes, N. Gill, C. Gill, Schenkele, Vrioni. We say, Toronto 2-2 New England Revolution. Neither side have been particularly strong defensively of late, so we expect to see plenty of opportunities for each, though we do not believe either will do enough to earn the 3 points. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.